It didn't take long for Crouch to replace Buddy Kofoid. We've got details on that. Plus, we talk Outlaws at Lincoln, Flo Series at Spoon River, and more. Let's go. It's Wednesday, May 10th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is Dirt Tracker Daily. It was just a couple of days ago that we learned of Buddy Kofoid and Crouch Motorsports splitting, and it didn't take long for team owner Leighton Crouch to fill the seat of the 11. The team announced yesterday that they will finish the year with Corey Eliason as the driver, and that tenure begins tonight against the World of Outlaws at Lincoln Speedway. Eliason departs his deal with Bernie Stubjen and the Indy Race Part 71 to take the job. Eliason had won some races in the 71, and so far in 2023, they had 4 top 5s and 7 top 10s in 13 events. Because of his business, Bernie can't race every single weekend, and Eliason had been wanting to return to racing on a full-time basis, so now he's able to do that with Crouch. Eliason's resume does include wins with both the World of Outlaws and All-Stars, but I think consistency is going to be a problem here, and his season's out with the All-Stars in the Rudine car. It's a big reason why he couldn't get over the hump and beat Aaron Reitzel or Tyler Courtney for a championship. We know the 11 went fast with Kofoid in the seat. Now we'll see if Eliason can match the pace on a nightly basis. And they are immediately jumping into the deep end this week with races at Lincoln and Williams Grove against the Outlaws and Posse. The plan for the Crouch 11 will remain the same going forward. They're going to do a pick and choose schedule like they were going to do with Kofoid. That includes a heavy slate against the Outlaws, plus High Limit and any other shows they want to fit in there. Talking to Jeremy Elliott, Eliason did say that Crouch is still working towards a full-time World of Outlaws run at some point in the future. Don't know if that means next year or 5 years. Not sure what that means, but we had heard that before with their kind of plans with Kofoid as well. Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this new deal between Crouch and Eliason. Like I said, we'll see them in action tonight against the Outlaws. And looking at tonight's racing at Lincoln, this will be the second stop of the year for the Outlaws at Abbottstown. The previous race was on March 18th. Rico Abreu outdueled Brad Sweet that night for the victory. Devin Borden grabbed his first career Outlaw podium as well. In the past 7 races at Lincoln that I have in the DIRTRACKR.com analytics database, we've had 7 different winners. They are Rico, Jacob Allen, Sweet, Sheldon Hunshield, Lance Deweese, Freddie Raymer, and David Gravel. Don't expect to see the 69K tonight, though. Deweese and Kreitz are planning on racing this weekend at the Grove, but not tonight. I think I saw Deweese is traveling with his son to race. I think one driver I'd pay attention to tonight is Justin Peck. He is still seeking his first career Outlaw win, and I feel like if it's going to happen somewhere, Lincoln feels like it's the place that it would be. He went 12th to 5th there back in March, led laps at Lincoln a year ago with the Outlaws before finishing second to Jacob Allen. If they can get into the dash tonight, I could see them being a serious contender. We know we can lead laps there. We know we can win there. Just getting over that hump, and I feel like this is the night here, or at least this is the track he could do it at. As for this early season championship battle, Sweet enters tonight as the points leader by just 2 over Carson Macedo. David Gravel is 28 back in third. As was the case a year ago, these 3 will be locked in a tight one all season long, and this is about what we would have expected from this championship battle. Most everyone else has fallen at least triple digits back through these first 17 races. The only other example is Logan Schuchart. He's 86 behind. I think it would take a serious run from some of these other guys to get back in the mix. You might be able to kind of, outduel or beat 1 or 2 of these guys for a stretch, but you're not going to beat all 3 of them pretty regularly. If you can't get to Lincoln tonight, you can watch it live on Dirt Vision. Before we move on, I've got a quick merch update for you. A fresh round of decals has been ordered. Hopefully, I'll have those soon. I do still have just a few late model decals left. If you want one of those, these will be included in the reorder as well. Also, I've been asked a bunch about a restock of hats, and they are now officially back on the site. The logo trucker snapbacks are available now. You can get one with free shipping and sales tax on me in the US. As an added bonus, if you use code HAT23 at checkout with your hat order, you can get any Dirt Tracker shirt for 50% off. So head over to shop.dirttracker.com to order or click the links below in the video description. I only did a limited run of hats, so don't hesitate if you want one, and I've already sold some because I put them on sale last night. Elsewhere tonight, a big week of dirt late model racing kicks off at Spoon River Speedway. The Flo Racing Night in America Series runs tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow's race is at Lincoln. And that'll kind of kick off this mini Illinois Speed Week, and then things ramp up even further Friday and Saturday. Lucas races at Farmer City and Fairbury. These 2 Flo shows both pay $23,000 to win. Farmer City is $25,000 to win, and Fairbury is $30,000 to win. So a lot of money on the line this week. No outlaw racing this week, so those guys will be available to race. I think the field should be pretty stout all 4 nights. We should easily, I think, get across 50 cars in the pits tonight and probably through the weekend. Mike Marlar and Ricky Thornton Jr. picked up the first 2 Flo Series wins this season. That was at Eldora and Brownstown. Marlar leads the series standings right now. Brandon Sheppard won the Spoon River Show a year ago, but that was obviously with a different team and in a different chassis. He has been better as of late in the Longhorn, and a win tonight would be big for his season. We also talked yesterday about Dennis Erb Jr.'s struggles. He was 6th in this race in 2022. This is kind of, his area of the country. I think this could be a good chance for the 28 to start the turnaround as well. So all the heavy hitters, nice cash. Should be a good night of racing at Spoon River. If you can't get there, Flo Racing has live coverage. Hot laps are scheduled for 6 p.m. Short Track Super Series was in action last night, and it was corrected in yesterday's comments about the racetrack. Apparently, it's not Accord Speedway, like it's spelled. Apparently, it's Accord Speedway. So there you go. I guess you learn something new every day. Matt Williamson was the pole sitter. He led at the start of the race, but the track had quite a bit of character. Was pretty choppy on the bottom. And on lap 13 restart, Matt Sheppard was able to kind of take advantage of the smoother top and grab the lead from Williamson. Williamson kind of struggled on the bottom on some of those restarts. There was a lot of cautions in that race. Sheppard kept choosing the top, and obviously it worked out in his favor. Sheppard basically never looked back from that lap 13 pass. He scored the $6,000 win over Williamson and Perego. Billy Pouch Jr. and Williamson had a nice battle late for second, but Pouch pulled up lame right before the checkered and ended up 5th. I wonder if maybe he cut a tire kind of beating and banging there with Williamson. Tuesday night racing for the Short Track Super Series continues next week at Delaware International for another $5,000 to win show. If you want some other dirt racing audio this week, Wing Nation has Brandon Spithaler, Mark Dobmeyer, and Tyler Courtney. I saw Dobmeyer is going to be back racing here, I think this week. The Loud Pedal podcast, they've kind of gone through a format change. They're going to do things a little bit differently. They've got a new show this week kind of talking about the Let's Race 2 weekend. All Gas No Brakes has multiple interviews, including Dylan Tidmore, Dalton Cook, and others. Hoagie's Garage also has multiple new guests, and Dunewich on Dirt has Newman Presnell and somebody named Road Soda Randy. There are also new episodes of The Dirt Reporters from Dirt on Dirt, The Dirt Nerds, QuickTime, and Dirt Track Confessions. See all these shows and their most recent episodes, head over to DIRTRACKR.com/podcast. And there are 5 shows across the streaming services today. The aforementioned World of Outlaws Sprint Cars from Lincoln is on Dirt Vision. They've also got Dirt Vision now. Flo Racing has the Flo Series late models at Spoon River and Flo Racing 24/7. There's also IMCA Racing from Stewart International on Speed Sport TV. See the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch. Visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. Hope you guys have a good Wednesday out there. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.